Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back. We have the Comica WM100PLUS UHF wireless microphone system. Yeah, Comica! Go Comica! All right, enough of that garbage. So let's have a little bit of fun here today, guys. This is the review, and yeah, I've had this set for what? 2 days. That's okay. I've been actually sitting here for way too many hours trying to do this video. Plus, I spent a long time trying to do my last video for you guys, which was actually on my Focusrite Scarlett Solo. So yeah, these batteries are getting sucked up, and they are Energizer batteries, okay? So let's go through this a little bit. A little bit of info first though, okay? Bear with me, please. Comica sent me the money. Now this is an Amazon review for them, for their Amazon thing. And the only way that happens is you got to pay for it, and then you can do a review, right? And they wanted an Amazon review, and I says, well, I ain't putting money out of my pocket, dudes. I mean, seriously. This is how I roll. You want me to do it? Fine. You send me the money, and make sure you cover my PayPal fees, because the last company screwed me over on that one, okay? Big time. I ate it, but we did it. And I said, and I'll do the review. I have no problem with that. So she said, okay, let me talk to the boss. Boss said, yep, sure, no problem. Boss sent me the money, piece of cake, covered my PayPal fees, went from into my PayPal account, and then poof, out to the bank account, and then into Amazon's hands, and voila, we made our purchase. And it was under 200 bucks Canadian, which is pretty good. It's like 183, 186 bucks. Okay. As of yesterday, it was still a bit of a, I guess, a price cut or something on them. Anyways, I'm not going to talk full prices because that changes all the time, as we know, especially with Amazon. Now, I read a lot of reviews on Amazon, especially the 1-star and the ones above that are there. And the 1-star reviews are the worst ones. Poor battery life. Well, you know what? Maybe you should get some real batteries, okay? Because I'm telling you right now, if you're running any kind of audio equipment, I've been doing this stuff since I was 15 years old, okay? And I'm in my 50s. Do the math, okay? So with audio equipment, it requires quality batteries, okay? Which means if you're using alkalines, you need to use Energizer or Duracell and nothing else, because nothing else can touch those batteries for quality, for power, capabilities, etc. Okay, if you're going to use rechargeable, use the top of the line rechargeables that money can buy, because anything else I've run across is really not that great. Okay, and you can use rechargeables and you can recharge them while they're in the transmitters via a charger bank or power supply charger, because each one of these units has a Type C port. Now you do only get one Type A to one Type C, and that's primarily the idea is for the receiver box, because it has the same thing too, okay? And you can run that off of a independent power supply, which would give you more runtime. Now, that's ideal in a stationary situation like this, okay? Because I'm plugged into my interface. Now, it does come with the TRS plug like this, which is the output jack of that sucker, to XLR on the other end, which is quite nice. And then you get this as a secondary cable, which is for your DSLR camera. So this end goes to the receiver box, to its output jack port. This goes to your microphone input jack, okay? Now, that's on your DSLR. Same cable, also used on your phone if your phone has that jack. But if it's not, because it's an Apple phone, okay, and Apple got rid of all that stuff years ago, you can get a Type C to headphone jack adapter cable, or if you have a Lightning phone that has no headphone jack, use Lightning to headphone. Now, I have Lightning to headphone, so I might actually try this out on my wife's iPad and see how it works, because she's got a 7th gen. I have 10th, so I'm all Type C everything in here, including my phone. Speaking of which, my phone's the one cutting this video, okay? And I'm only using the phone's camera. All the audio is coming from this set, okay? So you're getting the raw audio quality of the lavalier mic. Now, I'm only using one transmitter. I've tested them both though, and they're both exactly the same quality range, so don't worry about it, okay? Now, if you are only using one transmitter, you will find on the receiver over here, you have a flashing green light. That is for the opposite transmitter. Now, just by luck, I'm on number A. No, I'm just kidding. I made sure this was number A. So this is number B. B is flashing because it's not turned on. But if I go and I turn it on, gaboof, it's now solid. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mute the channel on this one. Okay, now that's just about simply hitting the power switch. Now, because the backlit is not on right now, you're going to have to touch it twice. So now any audio you are hearing currently is coming from the B unit. B unit. Let us mute the B unit. And we are now muted on B and we are unmuted on A. Okay, now I'm going to unmute this and I'm going to turn it off. Okay, and then you'll notice that our green light is flashing again over here. Now, given this has been several hours, like we're pushing 4 hours, almost 5, I've only dropped like one battery level marker on each one, and I'm using Energizer batteries, okay, and just to show you so that you know, look at that, Energizer, the bunny that keeps going and going, okay, and these are Energizer Max. So, all right, so we've got that all taken care of. We know what's happening. We got transmitters, we got receivers, and they got their own little rubber duckies on them. We do have a headphone jack, which is an output jack, and we have the main out, which goes to your interface or to your camera, phone, whatever, right? Now, the line in. This is going to be for a different kind of a line source thing, like maybe you have a adapter, for example, that you can go and convert this to a 1/4-inch jack and throw a guitar in here instead of a mic, or have the best of both worlds, but they're going to be the same level output, unfortunately. You can't do anything about that. You can, though, change the level output of each unit independently. There is a menu setting where you can change how much of that comes out. It's kind of like having a gain control, right? So you could kind of have, like, you know, an instrument on one and a microphone on the other, or maybe you just want to, you know, put the other person a little quieter than you because they're a little, you know, louder voice kind of thing. You can do that too. You can do all kinds of funky stuff. I mean, the manual does cover a lot of things you can do here. Now, half this manual is in English, which is pretty thick, and the other section is all in Chinese, which, yeah, they're about the same. Anyways, so I've heard complaints on Amazon about the manual being very poorly done. I can't understand it. Well, you don't have to be a rocket scientist, but perhaps in your case, you might want to just study the manual more. I mean, it's layman termed, guys, girls. It's in layman's terms. You don't have to be an audio engineer to understand this manual. It is that freaking simple to go through the settings, follow the instructions. It's very step-by-step, very well done manual. Thank you, Comica, or whoever translated that, because that is beautiful. Okay, they do show a mic which you can buy separately as well, and continue on and have fun. Now, you get some wind socks. Aww. Okay, now each one of these has their own little, you know, basically plosion sock basically thing, right? But you also have wind socks too, so if you're outdoors and it's windy, this will reduce a lot of that wind noise for you. Okay, of course our cable, and it all stores in here. We have the extra clip in here, which is for the receiver, which I'm not using the clip because why? Well, because I can't use my little tripod if I do, because the clip is in the way. Anyway, so we can store all of our little supplies and stuff in here. We've got a little warranty card information thing. Do read the return window on Amazon website regarding this product and how the warranties work and stuff. It's always listed in that far right column over there. Yeah, this is kind of like really cool. It's like, ooh, look at that. Okay, didn't expect to see so many extra screens down the row. Oh, yes, I did. I knew. Okay, so yeah. So that takes care of this section of the casing. Now, this section here is where you're going to find 2 transmitters in your receiver. And you're also going to find a hot shoe adapter. This is for mounting to a camera, like a DSLR kind of deal, right? So you just and tighten it down, and then you've got your other ring here, and you screw that thing onto here. And every one of these actually has this same hot shoe adapter thing, right? And it's like, I don't know why you would have that on a transmitter, but okay, whatever floats your boat. So when you want to store this in the case, just unscrew. Now, I'm going to give you some instruction that the manual probably might not be clear enough on, but I'm going to give you the actual real clarity. Okay, this stuff's unassembled, right? So you're going to plug this into the mic only jack, because line is for a different line source, like an instrument or something else, okay? So plug it in, it's going to click, okay? Back turn this ring once or twice just to make sure that it's okay, and then twist the ring in until it stops on its own, just lightly, and then just go like that. Not even like a quarter of a turn, and it's snug, it's connected, it's solid, you're good to go. You reef any tighter on that, well, it's your problem if anything goes wrong. But you don't need to reef on these things. Even on pro level equipment, you don't, okay? This goes in here like so. You tuck your little antenna inside, and then there's that unit there, and this one here. And then we go into our little storage pocket over here, and we're going to slide that in with our little windsocks. Close that up, because we don't need that now, so we're good to go. Now let's put this aside. And ba-ba-bum-ba-dum-ba-bum-bum-bum. All right, so yeah, this is going to be weird because I don't know which way I'm looking. Okay, I'll just try and stare into the camera, okay? So I've literally dropped like, where is it here? Yeah, just 1 battery bar. That's all I've dropped on this, is 1 battery bar in the last couple hours. Now, this is also set on high output too, which this unit is good for like 100 meters. Now, 100 meters is kind of like a lot. All right, so that's like well over, well, 100 yards is 300 feet. So 100 meters is well over 300 feet. And this is on the high power output. If you want to save on battery power, you can definitely put this into low power mode, so low output, and that reduces your range, but it increases your battery runtime. The manual does not cover how much battery runtime we get. I'm going to have to do a test and get back to you down the road. However, I'm going to get back down the road on you anyways with this, because I want to do an update, because we've heard about a lot of glitches that have happened. Other than people whining about batteries that should be running Duracell or Energizers, they're probably running like Dynatex or Railvacs or Eveready, all the garbage batteries out there that have like no runtime. Or they're buying dollar store Panasonics or Sunbeams. Look, you can't use garbage batteries in good equipment, okay? It just doesn't work, okay? So you need Energizer or Duracell for maximum runtime and performance. And keep spares in your pocket just in case you go overboard with your run times, okay? Anyway, so you can run them off charge banks, you can run them off the batteries, blah, 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 blah. Okay, we already covered all that stuff, okay? Now, there's other complaints about audio kicking in and out. I have not experienced any of that myself yet, okay? However, I haven't had them for more than 2 days, so if it's going to happen, it's going to be down the road. And I don't think we're going to have a problem. I mean, I got stuff that's cheaper than this that just won't die, okay? I mean, you know, you do get defects, and most of what I hear is right out of the gate. It's just acting up already. It's like I've only had it for a week, and it's already doing this, or it's doing that. Or I dropped the unit and it blew up. I don't know. I mean, I didn't read any of those. Honestly, I didn't. But I did read about, you know, the simple factor of everything else but dropping the unit and exploding. But, you know, the thing is, there are bad reviews. You have to expect bad reviews, because you have to expect you will get defective products at times, okay? But I am going to tell you from my own personal opinion, and from being years and years of doing audio myself, running all different levels of the worst garbage out there to, well, not top of the line stuff, but I'd say, you know, mid to mid-pro level kind of thing, that sort of stuff. Now, I have had some pretty good top-of-the-line stuff I got on loan, and yeah, it's just like overkill for me. I'm not a touring musician. But anyway, so anyhow, but these are plastic casings. Don't drop them on the floor, especially a hard floor. They're definitely probably going to break on you. Something's going to happen, that's for sure. If you drop it on carpet, you shouldn't have any issue whatsoever, okay? Do not over-tighten these jacks, because that's on you if you break something. You never have to snug them up that hard. I see people reef all the time, even with Sennheiser stuff. They're like, "Hurr!" And I've seen them take the pliers, because they hear a cut-in, cut-out thing. It's not the freaking jack. Just please stop doing that to the poor equipment. Anyways, so I like the sound quality just the way it is. I think it's fantastic for sitting here yakking. I have no idea what it's like to sing and play guitar through, but I'm going to try it. Maybe I'll do a music video for you guys. At least a very short one anyways. But I do have some other mics here that I can test, and I'm going to test them through, and maybe we'll go and do a different video for that. But I'm going to tell you that my personal opinion right now, from my initial impressions and for my initial review, I'm going to give these things a 4.5 out of 5. They are definitely not perfect, and they do not mention how much runtime we get out of the batteries, which would have been nice. It's not covered in the manual, and it should be covered in the manual, okay? But otherwise, I mean, that's kind of a little nitpicker. I don't have any issues otherwise. I think they are really nice units. I really do, to be honest. I would even use these for even doing live. If, you know, I put a headset on this and do a live thing with them and, you know, play music live. I have no issue with that. I don't think there'd be a problem because it's all about the quality of the microphone, and then anything I may have to EQ separately, well, then I do. But for sitting here yakking, I don't. The nice thing too about having 2 transmitters and 1 receiver is if you want to sit down and have a YouTube collab with somebody beside you, you both have your own mics. It works out perfect, and it looks more professional on video when you just have a lavalier mic instead of having some big jumbo thing stuck in your face. Okay, but yeah, you could do that. You could do all kinds of things, conferences, that sort of thing, you know. And being that you can hook into a multitude of different devices is also fantastic. And you've got battery power, or you can run off separate power of some form with the receiver, or even these if you wanted to. I mean, I could strap a charge bank on here and plug it in. I get like 500 hours of runtime, you know what I mean? Like, you have alternate power sources. They really thought things out, okay? And they made it very simple to adjust things. And they also made it idiot-proof too, so that you can't accidentally do anything other than maybe hit your mute button, and that's about it, okay? And I like the fact they added in the line source as well, so that kind of gives it some other capabilities as well, which I'm kind of wondering if we could do a line source and a mic at the same time off one unit, so have a guitar, we'll say, and the mic at the same time. We're going to have to try that, because I'm kind of curious if that would work or not. We're not sure, but we'll find out, I guess. But for now, I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5, all right, to be honest, all right? And that's got nothing to do with them fronting the bill for it or anything. I always do my reviews straight up, straight the way, you know, I don't care. I'm not going to, if I had something bad to say, like really bad, I'd be saying it, but I can't find anything bad to say about this unit. I mean, at the price point of under $200, I was not expecting, you know, metal case transmitters and receivers. I wasn't expecting pro-level equipment, because it's not pro-level equipment, but it sure to hell sounds damn good, so I can't complain there, okay? There's not much to really say other than, yes, I've read reviews. Some of them definitely suck. A lot of people obviously can't read English that's very plain and very layman term. They need to go back to school. I have no idea, but the manual is too simple to read, okay? So I don't have an issue. And if I did have an issue about the manual being too technical for most people, I would tell you, okay? And I'm telling you right now, anybody with, I don't know, grade 3 education should have no problem reading that manual, okay? If you want to use crummy batteries, you're going to get crummy results. That's another thing, okay? Cutting in and cutting out, like I said, no problems here. Maybe some people accidentally hit the mute button because it is on by default, where it's triggered in the software programming that it's active. And it's all active through the power button. So when I hit the power button here, that lights up. Okay, as long as that light's on, I have full access. But I have to initially hit that button at least once when that display is off to get the display on. I hit it a second time, then I mute. It's kind of like a two-stage thing. It's kind of like a nice little safety, so you can't be that crazy. But it's well featured. It's very simple and easy to use. What more do you want, honestly? Let's see what kind of time we're at here. 20 minutes and 42 seconds. So I think we're pretty good on this for now. I will do an update video in a couple months. I want to finish running these batteries down because I got a pretty good idea how many hours it's been already. And I want to finish running the batteries down for the day, do some more experiments, that sort of thing. And then maybe I'll get back to you with a little quickie thing going, hey, by the way, we got this many hours. Okay, see ya. Okay, type of thing, right? But I will give you an update review regardless down the road. It may be a couple of months, but hey, I need to really use these things to see if anything's going to fail. Because right now, nothing's glitching, nothing's failing, which, you know, just tells me that some people got some defects. Other people can't understand layman's term English. Other people are probably not using quality batteries like Energizers or Duracells, which you need to use in this kind of equipment, or you're going to get piss poor results, period. Every single time. I know, I've been there. I've done that. I wrote the book and burned it on that stuff. Because even I'm a cheapskate when it comes to batteries because they're freaking expensive, okay, compared to the cheap stuff, right? So don't cheap out. Anyhow, that's it. That's all. Thanks so much for watching, by the way. Thanks for Comica for sending this to me and for fronting the bill for it, because it's the only way it would have gotten done anyway. Yeah, take it as you will, but this is my honest viewpoint on the equipment. I do like it. I have more experimenting to do, though, and I want to see how it handles vocals or singing with the lapel. And I do have a headset that I can get my hands on. Maybe I'll even rent a Sennheiser headset or something, just because I'll have a quality mic. Because right now I don't have a quality headset here. I got a crummy one that'll work, but that's gross. We don't want to gross you people out, okay? So anyway, that's all. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.